What's up guys, Alexander here. So in today's video I want to share with you a book that made a huge impact over my life in the early 20s, and basically I think this is the main reason that I'm doing what I'm doing today. I'm not saying that this is the only book that really impacted my life and made a change in my mindset, but this is the first one from many others that really changed the way I think about money, about business, investing, and everything. So basically, as a young boy, I was raised in actually a good family with really supporting and loving mom, which I love you, mom. And honestly, I didn't miss anything as a child. I had the best toys, I had the best clothes, so I basically had everything that I wanted. It's not like I was a rich kid, but I was in the middle class, and I had a bit more than everybody else. I know that most stories start with poverty and like someone that was really poor and got to be really rich and successful, but in my case I actually had more than other kids, and I actually was a spoiled kid, and I got the best gifts, the best toys. But I think with having more than others and seeing how you can live better, this is really grew my appetite to success and having the best life possible. I really like that I can have most of the things that I wanted, and I knew that when I'm going to be a grown-up I will have to figure out a way how to get them myself. But I really think that maybe this is something that a bit separate me from others about my desires, about my goals, and what I'm doing in life. Because most of the kids that grew up with me, they didn't have much, and their parents always told them that they can't afford it, they can't have it because they don't have enough money, and they really have the mindset that they can't have what they want in life, and they need to settle in and just have what the lives basically give them. Now, I really don't want it to come out wrong, but I think that this is something within me that I grew to know better things and to have some kind of luxuries as a boy, young boy, and this has really grew my appetite in life, and now I want those things in my adult life. I know that I need to work for it right now because I am an adult, but this is what is driving me because I know that I can have those things. I just need to figure out how can I do that. Now, as a young boy, I didn't think too much because I had my mom that really helped me and really made sure that I don't miss anything. But the more I started to grow up, and after school I went straight to army because you have to do army in Israel, and I really started thinking about what I'm going to do when army is over, because then you actually go to the real life, and then you need to make money and buy yourself those expensive toys. I try to think, what can I do to make money to have those things in my life that I want by myself. I didn't have any good grades, and I didn't have any business of the parents that I can start doing with them and maybe take control over that. I didn't have any kind of plan to my future. Yes, my mom was making sure that I have everything needed, but again, we were not rich whatsoever. It's just that my mom worked so hard so me and my sister will have everything that we had in life. But I had to figure out a way, how can I live this spoiled life and actually have the things that I want in life and have the best things and live the best life possible on my own. How can I do that? So I'm still in the army, and basically I can't support myself financially because I'm always in the base, and I had about a year to finish the service, and I really started to think what I'm going to do with my life. I don't have good grades, I don't have any kind of even a lead. What should I do? I literally had nightmares, and I was so stressed with what I'm going to do with my life. And finally I came across with this one book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. This book was written by Robert T. Kiyosaki. Probably you know this book. This is one of the most famous books for finance, for investing, and for those that really want to try to succeed in life. Now, to be honest, I never finished even one full book ever. Even when I was at school, I hated to read. I just hated reading because what I was reading was not interesting and was not helping me in any way. And I was really skeptical about this book, but in the army you don't have much to do when you have free time. So I just took this book and gave it a try, started reading, and my mind was blown away. This was so interesting to me. This is the first book that I've ever finished. The way he explains things, and really, it's like he's reading my mind, and I was so compelled to this book, and I even downloaded it to my Audible this week and read it again because it's so good. Now basically this book talks about Robert Kiyosaki that grew up as a child. He had also a rich dad and a poor dad. The amazing thing is that he had also the poor dad and the rich dad, and he was able to learn what difference between them and how rich people think and how poor people think. And this is exactly what makes rich rich and makes poor poor. Now, one of the main things that he talks about in this book is really the difference between having an asset to have a liability. So after I finished this book and really understood the difference between asset and a liability, my life changed forever. I started looking on things that I have, that I own, things that I desire, that I want to buy, in a whole different perspective. I truly believe that this is what really differentiates people that are maybe they're having a nice car, maybe they have good clothes, the newest iPhone, but they are always in debt, they are always don't have any money left over, compared to those that can afford those luxuries maybe later in life, but their assets are actually buying those luxuries. I also truly believe that if people will read this book and take those principles to their personal life, I'm certain that there will be way more wealthy people in this world. I know so many stories that people are making so much money, even someone making $50,000 a month but can't save anything. And this is a lack of education and money. There are so many doctors, lawyers, salesmen, bankers that driving the most fancy car, dressed like $1 million, but go ask them how much money they have in their bank, how much money they keep from what they earn every single month. Probably 95% of those people don't have any leftovers from their income. There are two main skills that people really, I think, confused and really think that this is only one skill. There is the first skill is to make money. To make money is a skill, very vital skill for your success and make a lot of money. And the second skill is how to maintain and manage money. Most of the people think that, okay, I need to do as much money as possible. You're right, you need to make money as much as possible, but what do you do with your money? This is the main difference between those that are really extremely rich and those that maybe have some luxuries in their life, but they are working every single day to just own those luxuries instead of having their assets paying for their luxuries. So if you think that high paying job, this is the main solution for your financial trouble, I'm sorry, but you are wrong. The next thing that you need to learn is how to manage and maintain money. This is a vital skill for your success, something that I really passionate about and really try to learn and implement as much as possible. If you will take a look in the real rich people, I'm talking about the millionaires people, you will see that their luxuries are not because they bought those luxuries with their money that they took from a job. They bought those luxuries with their assets, with their businesses paying for those luxuries. If you haven't read this book before, I promise you that your life is going to change after reading this book. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I highly recommend you to go and read this book as soon as possible. And even if you read this book before, read it again. Every time I read this book, I discover new things. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, join the family, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you will not miss out any future content. With that being said, I will see you in the next one. Peace.